Okay, so parents try their best to keep their kids' teeth healthy each year around Halloween candy season.
And dentist and founder of SuperMouth Oral Care Dr. Kami Haas is here with us to share some tips. Good morning with you.
We have morning.
A whole mix of stuff going on
I know, don't
here.
eat the candy yet, so but
Not yet.
maybe later, yes. Let's wait until we go through what you're supposed to do before you eat the candy.
Deal.
Sounds good. Wonderful.
Okay.
All right.
So tell us a little bit about what you have going here.
So I'm an orthodontist, and by the way, there's no wonder that Orthodontic National Month is the same month as Halloween. We get a lot of problems. So I'm not here to tell people not to eat candy. I just want to make sure that they do it correctly so they don't end up in a dental office with a broken bracket or a chipped tooth, worse, or a cavity later in a few months. So probably one of the biggest mistakes people do is they brush their teeth right after candy.
Right.
Actually, you're not supposed to brush your teeth after eating anything.
Really?
That's why you're supposed to brush your teeth before breakfast, for example, because the mouth becomes very, very acidic. So if you rub that acid into your teeth, you can damage it. So this is what we want to do before you go trick-or-treating. Before you go trick-or-treating, you want to brush your teeth with a toothpaste that has this ingredient called nanohydroxyapatite. What it does, hydroxyapatite is the mineral that makes up your enamel. I know, it's kind of a mouthful. What it does, it buffers your enamel so you don't get cavities. Basically, think of it as a shield on your teeth.
Okay.
When you go trick-or-treating, if you're going to have candy, I brought some examples. The candies that linger too much in the mouth, those are the ones you want to avoid, or the ones that are hard, that are going to break your teeth, like, jawbreakers, or the ones that stick to your braces or your teeth.
So you're going to tell us about the worst types of candy for your teeth.
The worst ones are those, the hard candies,
okay,
because it's obvious it can break brackets, it can chip teeth. The sticky candy, right? Because they linger on. That's probably the biggest problem.
Staying there as a snack for later.
And the ones that really stay in the mouth. So the best ones is like the ones that you swallow and it goes away, like chocolate.
Perfect.
Like especially if it's a high concentration of chocolate, 80%, 70% or higher, because the rest of it is probably sugar and milk and everything. So those are the ones that you want to do. Like xylitol gum is another great choice. And by the way, giving candy out is one thing, but you can also give out other things. I brought some examples that I do, and kids love it. You can give out toothbrushes. Yes, I know it sounds kind of corny, but stickers, temporary tattoos, and on and on and on. Yeah, that's right. Floss, everything. Kids love it because it's very unique, right?
Yeah.
Everybody else is giving candy. Your house become very popular. They're going to send their friends to get another toothbrush. So before going to trick-or-treating, brush your teeth with nanohydroxyapatite.
Okay.
During eating, water. And after eating, you want to don't brush your teeth for about an hour. During that time, you can use an alkaline mouthwash or a mouth spray for little kids because they can't swallow before age 6, and then brush your teeth after an hour, please.
Do most toothpastes have that ingredient in it?
No, they don't. So nanohydroxyapatite has been around for 40 years, so but it's very popular around the world, actually in Japan and Europe and Canada. It is a new ingredient to U.S. It's not fairly new, I should say, but it is becoming more popular. It's an amazing ingredient. It actually has many other benefits. It reduces sensitivity.
Yeah.
You just want to make sure it has at the right concentration. But for this purpose, any toothpaste with nanohydroxyapatite would be perfect.
So we know kids are going to need some help, right? So how can parents guide them and help them ramp up their dental care routine?
Yeah, so make it fun, right? This is one of the reasons that even though we're dentists, we actually have a Halloween party, for example, at my dental offices every year, and it's the largest kids candy party. The reason we do that is because we don't want to tell the kids don't eat the candy. We want to, and going to the dentist, as you know, is one of the biggest fears.
Yes.
So we want to associate going to the dentist with something fun. But fun doesn't always need to be candy. So we can introduce music and characters and toothbrushes and make other things that they can associate with Halloween at the same time.
Yeah.
Dr. Haas, you have a book.
I do.
Tell us about this.
Yeah, so about 13 years ago, my son was born. And when you may think I'm exaggerating, but in dental school, we learned nothing about oral care products, like toothpaste and mouthwash. So before he was born, it was easy for me to tell the other patients, I use anything with fluoride. But when he was born, I asked my wife, who's also a pediatric dentist, I said, what toothpaste should we give to Aiden? And she said, I don't know. So I started researching about oral care products, about oral systemic health. 6 years later, 600 books and articles later, I ended up writing a book about it. That talks about oral systemic health and what you can do to prevent the #1 disease in the world. I don't know if you know, but the most chronic disease, the most prevalent disease in the world is not heart disease, is not cancer, is dental disease, cavities and gum disease.
I've heard this. And so tell folks the name of your book.
If Your Mouth Could Talk is the name of my book. Of course, what would it say, right? It would say, stop eating so much candy, right?
Love it.
But so that's the book, and I'm really excited to share this information with the people so we can all work together to address this #1 disease in the world.
It's so important, too.
Yeah.
It's your smile.
Yeah, exactly.
You want to keep it nice. All right, Dr. Haas, thank you so much.